Hey, it's CVV, Chris Van Vliet, and you have to check out the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking about the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. If you're looking for pay-per-view predictions, if you're looking for pay-per-view reviews, if you're looking for interviews, check out the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Crash and Burn!
Hello, welcome to the fastest wrestling podcast in professional wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we're talking about the 2018 Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. Let's bring everybody in. First up, Lucas is on here.
Yes, the most honest, most brutal man in all of podcasts. You know, I'm pretty honest and pretty brutal. So
Also our therapist, too.
Don't like it and suck my dick. And yeah.
Next up, representing Crash and Burn and the loudest podcast in all music, the Moshcast, Mr. Josh. It's too good for me.
All right. Since you said the most famous line in all of the Moshcast, what's up, everyone? It is I, the hate savior of professional wrestling, pro wrestling's true prince, and your favorite assassin, the assassin Josh Neal. We are back with another episode, Royal Rumble 2018. Let's get it underway, shall we?
Last is this person wearing a hat and a Matt Hardy shirt. Wyatt, Ratman154.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? As you see, me and Josh are repping the leaders of worlds, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt.
And I'm repping Cena.
Of course you are.
Well, I'm not wearing a shirt, actually.
You wear that shirt like every episode of the
Get it?
podcast.
Get it? Get it? I'm not wearing a shirt.
Oh, you can't see? Oh.
You just couldn't
I'm
see.
shirtless this episode.
Oh, wait, so Jason shirtless?
No,
Oh,
you're not
God,
Steve.
no.
You're not Steve.
Oh,
Okay.
no,
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. We are reviewing the Royal Rumble 2018. This is what I'm going to say. Social media. Please explore page on Instagram. Please stop spamming my phone with politics, stupid news, and Charlie D'Amelio news. Please post something else. Please, can you stop spamming my phone with politics, news, and Charlie D'Amelio?
Here's what I got to
Please
say.
put something better.
Fuck politics. This middle finger's to all of it. All of them out there.
No, because what
Okay.
you stick the finger up
As
their
we
ass.
move politics out of the way, Jason, you may take it away, good sir.
Royal Rumble 2018, at the time of recording, this coming Sunday, a week from this Sunday, is 2021 Royal Rumble.
Yay.
And this Rumble took place January 28, 2018 at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. The attendance was 17,629 people in attendance. The good old days with full capacity crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah, back
We
in
know-
my day. Back in my day.
I was
No.
actually supposed to attend that pay-per-view if you didn't know.
One day, we will have full capacity crowds back. One day.
You're stressed. But yeah,
We
Jason, if you didn't know, I was actually originally supposed to attend that pay-per-view.
I don't think I haven't known you that time in 2018.
Yeah, in 2018, the original plan was I was actually planning on, that was one of my bucket lists to attend that pay-per-view, but sadly my
That
family
got
really didn't
pulled
want
off.
to. Listen, I was actually going to attend that pay-per-view that year, but sadly I couldn't attend that year because my family didn't feel like doing anything or planning going anywhere because my great aunt recently passed away. So thankfully, I was able to watch the Rumble that night with two of my older cousins because I didn't want to watch. It's never good to watch the Rumble alone like I did last year. But hopefully I get to attend the Rumble in the future. I think the Crash and Burn crew should all go to the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
imagine we will
But
get banned. We will
Hopefully
get banned, bro.
to the crowd. Hopefully we're back in the crowd at the Rumble next year. But this year,
Hopefully,
we gotta watch it
there's
on
no more
TV.
Thunderdome by then.
There'll be no more Thunderdome. Fingers crossed, people.
For now, we have to stick with Thunderdome and 15 capacity crowds for AEW. Okay,
Rumors are rumors.
now back to Philadelphia. at the Wells Fargo Center.
Let's take our
Yeah.
time machine. We're traveling 3 years ago.
Right now, we bring this podcast to the crowd of 17,629 people in attendance.
Yes.
Okay, we're at our seats watching Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado defeating TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak in a 6-man tag team match.
Mhm.
Oh my god,
That
the
was
crowd
the
is
pre-show,
cheering for
right?
205 Live. Okay, Josh, how's your experience there?
It was a good match. This
The
is the
crowd
good old
erupted.
days. The crowd, a great way to get the crowd on fire.
You were in front row. I saw you there.
Good way. Okay.
Whereas
The
Waldo
good
was
old
in the crowd
days.
that night.
I
You
was
guys
sitting
know
right
where-
next to you.
Jason,
Oh, that's right.
you might have saw Josh that night because at least you found Waldo in the crowd, whereas Waldo was in the crowd. He was right in the front row.
Right next to the
He
four
was.
of us.
I'm freaking serious. Josh might have sat right behind him.
Oh,
And yeah, this was the earlier days of 205 Live when 205 Live was actually good. Now it is not so good anymore.
It's not
but,
too good for you.
Yeah.
You're damn right. I'm bringing your Moshcast catchphrase to here.
Yeah. Overall, solid way to kick off the show.
Before I go to Lucas, I'll say this: go check out the Fozzy album review because Josh debuted the catchphrase there.
Yeah.
That
Is
is
this
his take
crack
on a
and burn
Fozzy
the
song.
Moshcast?
I'm promoting something real quick.
Yeah.
He's like,
Go witness his historic debut of his new catchphrase.
Yeah.
Okay. You go on mute because Lucas is talking now.
I woke up because this match only existed like the dinosaur burst, like it existed for a little bit and it died or something like that. So yeah.
All right, Wyatt.
all I know is that was a pre-show. I never really watched that match. All 6 of them are pretty good wrestlers, but none of them really don't need to be in WWE anymore. Some of them, except Grand Metalik, he's alright, but the rest of them, they really didn't need to be in WWE anymore. Only 4 out of 6 of them are still remaining in WWE, but pretty much that would be a match that I have to get up about 5. That's definitely what, if I was there, I would have to get up and take a piss. That's definitely my piss break.
True.
This was back in the old
That
days when
match is
205
the
Live was good. This was when 205 Live was relevant, so
I never cared for 205 Live. Thank you.
I don't really care about this match that much, but I still enjoyed it.
I've actually had heat with TJP at a live show once.
Yeah, TJP was the person I pretty much liked on 205,
Yeah.
but he's gone, so
currently
I don't
known
really
as Manic. He's currently known as Manic on TNA.
Did he slap his ass before?
TJP actually tagged me on a story.
Is it
'Cause I did a
TJP the
merch
one that
post
slapped his
and
ass
I made
before?
it to a story. And I also met gentleman Jack Gallagher, cool dude there. He's a cool dude. Definitely go meet him. But
All
he
right.
got released over something super personal, but we're not going to get into that. But 205 Live never cared for it.
How about people caring about this match that we saw in Philadelphia? FTR defeated the Good Brothers.
I like that reference.
Didn't care.
Why, have you cared?
Yeah.
Wait, this was the Revival defeating Gallows and Anderson?
Yeah, I just said the current names.
Come on. I mean, honestly, they're 2 good teams, but I mean, they saw their way out of the door in WWE. Gallows and Anderson never got to finish their contracts in WWE, but hey.
I didn't care about this match. Josh, have
Honestly,
you?
another piss break.
Did you care for this, Danker? It's too good for me?
No, it was awful.
The match gets a 2 out of 10. I could care less.
And Lucas, you said
this is
you
like
said you did not care.
What is this,
Yes,
main event?
I'm gonna say this. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna say this. I don't care for Revival at all. I don't care for FTR. Like, I hate both of them. To be honest, they just overrated piece of shits. Good Brothers. I found this in New Japan. They're alright, I guess, but they was. I don't know.
Oh my god, I love Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
Once they came into WWE in 2016, I was excited. I was hyped.
Damn right.
All
I love
right.
beef Gallows and Anderson at shows.
You and your time at wrestling shows.
I miss
Yeah.
I miss interacting with them. They were the best.
But now you have
But
to interact with them
main
through a
show.
screen.
Yeah. They're not even WWE anymore, so what? So
Next up,
what?
Robert Roode defeated Mojo Rawley.
There
it
was
was
that
10.
many matches on the freaking
no.
pre-show? Holy shit.
Damn right.
Too many
That was the
show
US
former
Championship
matches.
match, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So who has something to say about this match, or should we skip it?
All I
I
know is
I have one thing to
athletes
say.
have potential.
One by one. Atencio first.
All right. So first thing, I fought Bobby since TNA, and he's kind of wasted now in WWE. He needs to be just go back over there. To be honest, like I would like to see Bobby Roode in TNA back again because that's when he actually was good. But he's just wasted now. He's just in a tag team with a guy that's just been wasted for years. You know what I'm saying and everything, but they just built the wasted tag teams. They're just not that good. She probably should have watched them. But we're not gonna get into that. But it is what it is, I guess. Mojo, I don't care about, to be honest. Like, he honestly, like, he just sucks ass.
He doesn't suck.
It's
Mojo
my
and I've actually had some good conversations. Mojo's cool.
Wyatt, do you have something to say?
All I remember
Is that you took a shit during this match?
No, not AJ, okay?
Shout out to you, AJ.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to
Okay.
you, AJ.
All I'm going to tell you is both athletes have potential. The reason why Mojo Rawley is really still employed with WWE is because of Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski went back playing football. But Robert Roode is the US Championship. That's a very forgettable title reign. But Mojo actually texted me when I woke up from a nap one time. Mojo was like, "Hey Wyatt, is there anything else you want me to add to this cameo before I make it? Anything you wanted me to add?" Mojo
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Mojo texted me. I'm like, "What? I thought I have to pay to text you." I'm like, holy shit. But yeah, Mojo's a cool guy to interact with on social media, not gonna lie. We're like praising Mojo Rawley here.
Push the man.
No. I see is out the door in WWE, but
Mr. Red Hat Man.
Still, Robert Roode.
Do you have anything to say?
This dude's gotta be world champion. Holy shit.
I'm glad you noticed the color of Monday Night Raw. These are two guys that are definitely need to go back to NXT. I feel like a lot of WWE main roster wrestlers that came from NXT the first time went back because they have nowhere else to go. So if you want to use these two guys right now, have them in NXT. I mean, Roode is in a tag team with a guy who's been a jobber for the past last few months. Or, anyways, this was another match that was like, I don't care. It was solid but boring.
Yeah. Alright, so let's move on to the main card.
About time. We've been praising too many people on the damn pre-show.
AJ Styles defeated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match for the world title. Josh, you go first.
Alright. I enjoyed this match. I kind of felt like it was retarded how you had both of them for just one singles title match. It could have been either Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens. In my opinion, it should have been AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens for the WWE title. That would have made more sense than having a handicap match with one guy who's barely on TV and one guy who's pretty much a star of the show. Overall, it was a good match either way. And this is when AJ Styles was on top of his game.
All right.
He's still at the top of his game, to be
Lucas.
honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that AJ Styles has always been top of his game ever since 2007 when he first had a TNA World Champion, that's when he was top of his game. And ever since then, he was still top of his game. Like, think about it. Ring of Honor, still top of his game. New Japan,
Right.
still top of his game. WWE, still top of his game. And he still is. Still
Damn
is
right.
top of his game. Kevin
Yep.
Owens, he is actually... I like him now, 2021, but he needs to go back to the little psychopath character he was. I don't like babyface Kevin Owens. I do not like it. Sami Zayn, I like his shit run at first. Ever since then, it's just been botching and just been dumb. But the match itself, it wasn't bad at all. Like, it was actually really good. But I remember they had a botch finish. If you guys remember, Kevin Owens had his shoulder up, where referee counted 3. So I don't know what the referee's thinking. Referees nowadays are just blind. They're blinder than Helen Keller. And yeah.
All right. Delete. You're up next.
Yeah. Of course, AJ Styles is my 5th favorite wrestler of all time. Of course, I was happy.
He was a former member of this podcast, by the way.
Yeah. But okay. So all I'm gonna tell you is, if anyone didn't know, Sami Zayn bores the shit out of me so much. When his theme song hit last week on SmackDown, I fell asleep through the rest of the SmackDown episode.
Oh, God.
This is as much as I can't stand Sammy, the only way I'll like him again is if WWE can't pay him anymore, and then his homeless ass gets shipped to Impact Wrestling.
Damn.
That's the only way I'm gonna like Sammy again, because what kind of gimmick is this? I'm the Intercontinental Champion. It was a clean loss.
Facts.
A clean loss.
Clean
and you
loss.
call yourself the Intercontinental. I don't get this gimmick at all. The gimmick
Me
doesn't
neither.
make any sense. But that's in 2021. We took a time machine to 2018. This rivalry was very forgettable. But AJ's title reign was damn good. I was damn proud. Like, my question was, if Sammy or Kevin won, who was going to take home the WWE Championship? Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens?
Personally,
we
I
don't
like
need to see Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble again.
Right.
But,
I mean, I'm going to interrupt this, but think about it. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns had a great match at Royal Rumble 2017. I think it was 2016 or 2017.
2017, because Braun Strowman invaded that fight.
Yeah. And Kevin Owens retained that title and everything. That was a good match.
Yeah.
I think they'll do the same thing, but it's going to be a different outcome, and Roman's going to flip the switch and beat Kevin Owens. So,
Yeah.
So that's what I think. But we're gonna leave that out for predictions. We're gonna leave that out for. I'll get more into detail.
John Cena, you want to let him in?
He kind of does look at John Cena. Not gonna
John
lie.
Cena, do you want to let him in? Are you gonna let him in? Are you gonna let him in?
No.
Let him in.
Okay, door open.
Let him in.
Okay.
All right.
This match was solid to kick off the show. It was a good match, that's all. But next up, the Usos defeated Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Oh man.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. This wasn't that bad, but it was boring.
It wasn't that
Josh.
boring. It actually wasn't too bad.
Your name is not Josh.
Sorry.
It's okay. But
Okay, Josh.
yeah. This, like I said, I have to agree with some people. This match was not the best. It was solid but boring. It was 13 minutes and 55 seconds. It was a decent match. I mean, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin weren't my favorite tag team, but like they were kind of like a tag team that kind of was just handed together. I felt like they were a good tag team in a way, but in some ways not so much. I felt like Shelton Benjamin needed to be with someone who was kind of like more on his level, and Chad Gable was kind of like in the jobber material at that point. But overall, I think Chad Gable is a great wrestler. The Usos, definitely one of my favorite tag teams in WWE. I was very happy for them when they won the titles because I like their heel gimmick. Once they turned heel, their heel gimmick just made me a bigger fan of them. So overall, the match was solid. It wasn't my favorite on the show.
All right. The person with that Nike headband. You go next.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you noticed. I look like Patrick Mahomes, but whatever. I'm gonna say this. I didn't enjoy this match. I knew this was gonna be Chad getting something better. I would love to see him at that time attacking title reign and everything like that, but I knew it's not gonna happen because you got the Usos, man. They one of the best tag teams, in modern generation. Because if you really think about it, they won the tag team champions a lot. They always try to put up a good match. For example, the New Day, they always put a good match with the New Day. Mm-hmm. And the match with Shaggy and Shelton Benjamin was not the greatest. It was a clean sweep. And we knew it's going to be fucking obviously going to be the Usos. Like, Shelton Benjamin, when he came back, he was wasted until now with the Hurt Business. Even though I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to make a bold prediction for this year. The Hurt Business breaks up this year.
Oh, what's happening?
Thank you, Sir Alexander. Fuck you.
They're not going to have... Lucas, all I'm going to tell you is they're not going to have it like one betraying the other. The way they're going to break up WWE nowadays, they're going to put them on separate brands.
Probably.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Shelton Benjamin's contract expires the first of the year next year, so I'm going to miss him like shit.
Oh, wow. All right, Mr. Wyatt, you go next.
Of course, I was happy the Usos won. I freaking love the Usos. But definitely, the match was actually okay. My pick to win was the Usos, but them as a tag team, Benjamin and Gable, that was a tag team that really didn't work out so well, honestly. Like, them as heel, they were pretty much gone down to the shitter, but the thing I'm actually waiting for is the thing I've waited for. When are we get this? I think one of the original things that they plan to do, fans have wanted it. I believe WWE is going to plan on doing it, but stuff changed last minute. But the thing I'm waiting for is the stable of Kurt Angle, Chad Gable, and Jason Jordan. I believe we were going to get that stable at one point.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Jason Jordan's planning to go to an in-ring return, but we'll talk about him later. But it was going to be a good pickup win for the Usos. That's all.
Yeah.
The Usos have always look good with the titles on.
Anyways, I already went on this match, so next up. This is the 2018 Men's Royal Rumble match.
Oh, let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, I'm not going to get into the rules because I'm sure everybody here knows the rules.
Yeah.
So the winner of the 2018 30-man Royal Rumble match for World Championship match at WrestleMania 34. Shinsuke Nakamura won by last eliminating Ryleigh's husband, Roman Reigns.
Oh, I bet she was pissed off. I bet she was pissed off.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh, you go first on the Rumble match.
I enjoyed the Rumble match. Now with social media and the way everybody knows and predicts a winner. Like last year was Drew McIntyre. The year before was Seth Rollins and Shinsuke 2018. Randy Orton 2017. Like every year someone predicts
Triple H 2016.
Winner. That's right. A lot of people were saying it was going to be Shinsuke Nakamura. I had a wild feeling that they were at least going to give Shinsuke to win one Royal Rumble and main event WrestleMania against AJ Styles, and I felt like he was championship material at that time. I felt like he was on his game plan, but Yeah, I was very happy with the outcome. I'm a big fan of Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke is one of the best talents that WWE has right now. I'm glad that they're giving him a push again. The
Her?
thing though, yeah,
You just call Shinsuke her.
no,
Oh, you assumed the gender? Bad
no,
Josh.
no, I did not. Okay.
What?
I
I
didn't do
thought the
no
match
such
was
thing.
too good for you.
As I was trying to say,
Mhm.
God damn it.
This is going to hell already.
The
Thanks.
funniest moment on this episode.
Yeah,
Probably this year, so far.
It topped that
As
Gary moment from 2020.
as I almost had a stroke almost. As I was saying, yeah, every year they predict the winner, and when it came in time for the match at WrestleMania, when Shinsuke hit AJ in the balls, I'm like, that's it. His career is ruined. They're gonna make him a heel, and he wasn't a great heel. I mean, his heel gimmick went downhill,
Mhm.
and I feel like he's more of a face than a heel because his heel gimmick wasn't really good, and he was kind of in like the jobber material. They weren't really using him as much. So when I thought of the Royal Rumble match, we had some surprises as usual in every Royal Rumble match. We had surprises like the Hurricane and John Cena. Well,
John
because
Cena
John
was
Cena
a
was a free,
surprise. John Cena was announced before he was going to be in the Rumble match.
and we had Rey Mysterio making a comeback, which was awesome to see.
Yeah,
Um,
I cried.
and yeah, I was very happy for Shinsuke. He deserved this moment. Just like everybody else deserves one. They at least deserve to win one Royal Rumble match. Everybody. So,
Yeah, so this Rumble match was really good, and this was a career boost in Shinsuke Nakamura.
right.
Alright, so he deserved
Yeah.
it. And unfortunately now, I've just most likely kind of wasted, but kind of not.
Yeah.
But I hope to start pushing him more often soon.
I don't see it at all, but I'll go when it's my turn.
How about now? Go now.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I have a lot to say on this. Like, ever since Nakamura was going to get called up, they wanted to do this at WrestleMania. AJ versus Nakamura. I knew
Right.
backstage rumors were talking about they wanted AJ versus Nakamura at WrestleMania. My pick, ever since he got called up, the Rumble pick of mine was going to be Shinsuke Nakamura. My assistant principal was even a wrestling fan. So he even asked me who I was going to pick the Rumble, and I said Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the Rumble match because they were talking about AJ versus Nakamura at Mania. And honestly, all I'm going to tell you is Nakamura was definitely going to be the most predictable winner of the Rumble, and I think the Rumble match actually was played very good. But you did, as Josh said, you did get to have you got to have a few surprise entrants. You even had Heath Slater failing to enter the Rumble match, like. He never got in the ring, but he was still in the match. And you guys want to know something funny? Sheamus lasted 4 seconds in the Rumble on his birthday. On his birthday. And you did have Kofi Kingston have a memorable moment as he had pancakes, stepping on pancakes instead of the floor. You did have my boy Hurricane come back. Rey Mysterio returned. I marked the fuck out. And there was a lot of good moments actually in that match. As I'm gonna try to knock this out real quick. If anyone was curious about how the entry order was, I'm gonna just sweep it out real quick before Lucas goes. Okay, number 1 was Rusev. Number 2, the current NXT champion Finn Balor. Number 3, Rhino. Number 4, Baron Corbin. Number 5, Heath Slater. Number 6, Elias. Number 7, the main roster debut of Andrade. Number 8, Bray Wyatt. Number 9, Big E. Number 10, Ty Dillinger, but he got attacked backstage by Sami Zayn. Number 11 was Sheamus. Number 12 was Xavier Woods. Number 13 was Apollo Crews. Number 14 was the winner, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 15 was Cesaro. Number 16 was Kofi Kingston. Number 17 was Jinder Mahal. Number 18 was the Friday Night Savior, Seth Rollins. Number 19 is AEW current superstar, the guy I'm repping, Matt Hardy. Number 20, John Cena. Number 21, The Hurricane. Number 22, Aiden English, So Long. Number 23, Adam Cole, baby. Number 24, my favorite of all time, Randy Orton. Number 25, Titus O'Neil. Don't worry, he didn't slip under the ring. Number 26, The Miz. Number 27, the return of one of my all-time favorites, Rey Mysterio. Number 28, Roman Reigns. Number 29, Goldust, currently known as Dustin Rhodes. And number 30, the biggest dipshit I've ever seen. Fuck you, Dolph Ziggler.
Damn.
Yeah, of course I want to talk about the entry order, Jason.
Okay.
That was
So,
a
Mr.
good
Atencio,
way.
you want to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. We'll go. So, I got all the time and everything. So Finn Balor actually lasted the longest. He lasted almost
57 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm. And all these entries are not half bad at all. Like my favorite though was Rey Mysterio, whatever you call it. I like to call him Mysterio because that's where I come from the Spanish culture. But I legit marked that when I saw Mysterio because he's one of my favorites of all time. He's number one of my favorites because that's the first person that made me watch wrestling. And because, as I said before, the first match was WrestleMania 22. And everything like that. Thanks, Mom.
Right.
Thanks, Mom. Hi. I will
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Sorry, she interrupted me.
Anything else to say?
You have Adam Cole, Andrade. Adam Cole, baby. Sorry. Yeah, it was really good. Like, I enjoyed it from actually. A lot of people, it was good reactions as well. Like, you really think about it. This was better reaction than 2014 World Rumble. And that is definitely better. But, out of all of them, I wanted Ray to win, but I knew it was not going to happen. So I was like, it's going to be Shinsuke. I thought Roman was going to win at first, but, thank God he didn't. Because you think about it, Roman's always been the runner-up. Think about it. Last year, he lost to Drew McIntyre, runner-up. 2018, runner-up as well. With Shinsuke. 2017, who was it? Oh, Randy Orton. I don't know. At 2016, he wasn't a runner-up, but Triple H won in the final three.
Yeah.
It goes a little bit on 2014 with Batista.
2015, he won.
Yeah, sadly, everyone booed him.
Yeah, and I knew Roman wasn't going to win that year because the main event was going to be Brock versus Roman, and the Elimination Chamber was going to be a Raw pay-per-view, so I kind of figured a SmackDown superstar was going to win that match. Because I knew at the Chamber they were going to have a number one contenders match for that Universal title because Brock Lesnar's a part-timer. And yes, Brock Lesnar's awesome.
I was going to shit you about that, but
anything else you gotta say?
Yeah, this is actually not bad Rumble. I love the Rumble. Rey Mysterio made me cry that day, and actually one of the best returns probably in a couple of years. Like, I was the best one the Edge, which I'm gonna make a prediction. He will come back, and Seth Rollins will come back.
For sure.
Oh my God, if Edge comes back, I'm gonna be crying on that group call.
I cannot
so
wait for
will
that.
I.
Just get a video. Just get your phone out, record my reaction.
I cannot wait for that call that night.
Right. All right. But yeah, that's my type of thing. And yeah, it was a good Rumble. I'll say that. Adam Cole surprised me actually.
Yeah. Oh, what is the next one?
There was one more thing I did want to add here about Nakamura.
Go ahead.
Him and Cesaro's, both of their contracts expire this spring, so I really do not see Nakamura resigning. They're going to do him and Cesaro like they did with Dean Ambrose in 2019. Turn them face, lose every single. They're going to probably have him lose every single match, and then they take their way out the door because Nakamura's pretty much dried out. Like, Nakamura's going to have his little baby face run and then see his way out the door. And I think Nakamura should go back home to Japan, to New Japan, and actually have some good matches over there. Cesaro, for the future of him, I see him maybe going probably Cody Rhodes and Tony Khan are like, we want to sign you. 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 We'll sign you. We're going to give you all this money. Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes are going to come to Cesaro and like, we're going to pay you all this money if you come over here. We're going to do anything for you. And then Cesaro said, well, that's my way out of here. Because WWE, I really know WWE is not making much money and keeping all these superstars. And it's kind of good, though, so WWE will have the money to pay their superstars and get themselves back on the road. But if Nakamura and Cesaro want to leave, let them go and get them to do bigger and better things. They've had a good journey in WWE, but I think it's about time now. I mean, both of them have bored me a little bit, but not in a negative term. But I think they're both good wrestlers, but I just don't see them in WWE anymore. Like Cesaro, I grew up on Cesaro, but I think Cesaro, it's about time to do something big and better in your wrestling journey. But Nakamura, same deal, bud.
All right. Next up, Cesaro and Sheamus, formerly known as the Bar, but now singles competitors, defeated Seth Rollins.
They're better separate.
Defeated Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
Don't get me into this.
This was a tag team match with the Raw Tag Team title. So Wyatt, you are going last.
Thank you.
God.
Why am I going last? What did I do wrong?
Because you were gonna go on a rant, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'm not really gonna go on a rant because I'm not
Same for you,
big on
Josh.
Rollins as much anymore.
Lucas, you're going.
Alright. Jason Jordan wasn't even in this match. Where did I even begin? He wasn't really in this match.
What did I do?
But when I'm talking, you shut up. Actually, so what like Seth Rollins basically was his own. Like, what did Jason Jordan really do in this match? Absolute nothing. Absolute nothing. Really think about it, he didn't do shit. To be honest, he didn't do shit. So I don't know. I didn't like this match. You know, yes, Seth Rollins tag team. It didn't make no sense. It made no sense that Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan were tag team champions. I hope Jason Jordan returns to the ring. I don't see it happening, though, with his neck injury and everything. But you never know with WWE. You never know. But, yeah, I feel the Bar will win. Yeah, it's probably the worst match of the card for main card, in my opinion.
This was a boring match. I could care less for this match. All right, now. Crash and burn us pause because it's time for the assassin rants.
I'm not even ranting. I'm not
Josh,
going crazy.
start
He's
your
only gonna
rant.
rant if he's at Walmart or Target and there's no figures on the shelves.
Damn right.
Josh, go on your
I
rant.
love that. That's what happens every time I'm on Snapchat. I get Snapchats from Josh in the Crash and Burn group, and he gets on a rant because there's no figures or someone pissed him off at the store.
There you go. That's it.
Like,
Anyways. Exactly. Stock the shows and fuck you. Yes. For those of you that collect figures. Anyways. Anyhow.
Josh, rant
This
now.
match wasn't my favorite. I felt like it was kind of like, oh, we're gonna have Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins become tag champions because somebody
Me and Seth.
was
Seth.
injured. Yeah. Apparently you won the tag titles. And I felt like this was just gonna be a squash match just to have the Bar as champion. It was boring. I felt like it was a 5-second match waiting to happen, but I was happy for the Bar. I wish the Bar was still a faction, but they're better off as single stars. The match was like it was the least favorite for me off the entire card. It wasn't my favorite. I felt like it was just a squash.
Yeah.
And plus with Jason Jordan and his neck injury.
Ow, my neck.
It could have been better though. You could have had another team besides who comes up with a team of Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins in seconds?
Yeah, I suck.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
You suck something, right?
Jason.
Yeah, thank you.
You've had too many random tag teams in the past.
Yeah. I know.
Like
it's a
you've
bummer.
had Kane and the Hurricane as a tag team. You've had Rob Van Dam. You had Big Show and The Undertaker. The Rock and Mick Foley. Rey Mysterio and Edge. Edge and Hulk Hogan. Matt Hardy and MVP. You had Braun Strowman and Nicholas. You had John Cena and Batista as tag team champions at one point. Who else? R-Truth and Kofi Kingston. Like, you name it, bro.
Next up,
John Cena and Shawn Michaels.
Next up, we are debuting the Forgotten One, Wyatt's Rants.
Okay, I'm not going to rant on this match. All I'm going to say is this match was fucking boring. Having the Bar as a tag team made and cosplaying as Rowdy Roddy Piper made Sheamus look like shit. But all I'm going to tell you is it made Sheamus look so bad. Having that tall mohawk does not look like who Sheamus is. Thankfully, WWE had their heads out of their asses and made Sheamus look like for who he truly was. And Cesaro as well. And that's why the Bar's better off as single competitors. Finally, the day came, WWE got their heads out of each other's asses. And finally, they got themselves together. They split the tag team up, but that's all I'm going to say. But the Bar didn't break up till the following year. But all I'm going to tell you is Jason Jordan was going to F up the match for some reason. We know that. That's all I knew was going to happen. Like, Jason Jordan's going to mess something up. It's just like when Seth and Roman teamed up to take on the Bar that night on Raw for the tag team titles. When I think it was Cesaro was bothering Jason Jordan, and Jason Jordan was at ringside. Roman and Seth told him constantly, don't mess up do not invade. And you know what he did? He punched Cesaro, punched Sheamus, and then the referee rang that damn bell. Like, yeah, Jason Jordan was going to mess up because that was the plan for him. And I think they were going to do Rollins and Jordan at Mania, but Jordan had that suffering neck injury. And I think Jason Jordan, I don't want to see him really back in the ring. I think as long as he's like a backstage producer and like doing what he's doing, I think he's good. But I really don't like a serious injury like that. I don't think it's best to be back in the ring at this point. Like, I think WWE's got plenty of superstars they have on their roster they can put on their TV screen. I don't want to hear no fans complaining that stars aren't getting their TV time.
No, you mean bitching and moaning.
CM Punk did not wrestle that night. Thank you. But let's move on.
All right. We are moving on to Brock Lesnar defeating Kane and Braun Strowman in a triple threat match for the Universal title.
Loved it.
Crash and Burn is resumed.
All right. Hold on. That's fine.
Mister, it's too good for me. You go first.
Wait, me?
Oh, me? Okay.
Who says that line?
Josh.
I felt like this was gonna be a squash because Brock was obviously gonna dominate and win, and he was obviously gonna take both Kane and Braun Strowman to Suplex City.
Damn right.
I felt like it was basically not, as Paul Heyman would say, not a prediction, always a spoiler. So, I kind of had a feeling that Mr. Brock Lesnar was going to retain no matter what.
Damn right.
Yeah. Lucas.
All right. So what I'm going to say about this actually was a really good match. Actually, I actually enjoyed this match. Actually, you got that one incident of Braun Strowman kneed Lesnar in the face, and Lesnar came back and punched him in the head. Actually, for real that time, like that. Like, you don't mess with Lesnar like that, man. Lesnar was a former UFC World Champion. So unless you want to get fucking murdered on TV, do not fuck with Lesnar. That's all I gotta say. Not fuck with him.
Yeah.
But you got Braun Strowman. He actually was. It's okay, I guess. You have Kane passes. Oh, wait, Bray passes Braun.
Josh, can you take over a quick second? I have to answer the door.
Go ahead.
All right.
Bye, Jason. Anyways, so yeah, it's actually not a bad match. You got power stance through tables. You had just a great match, like overall. I think Brock Lesnar pricked up a table and squished Strowman with it, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great. I have to agree with you on that. Wyatt, what about you? What did you think?
My thoughts on that match. You might have heard me might have heard me earlier, but freaking loved it. I loved every minute of that match. That match was
All right,
great.
who's going now?
I
Wyatt.
am, sir. But all I'm going to tell you is I'm going to praise Brock Lesnar as I always should. I love Brock Lesnar, but guess what? People are probably complaining and whining that Brock Lesnar and Kane, you have superstars from my childhood, old stars who still have potential to this day, having the world title shot. Freaking deal with it. Brock Lesnar and Kane are awesome. Braun Strowman, he was effed up a long time ago today. Guess what? He sucks. But, Braun Strowman, this was Braun Strowman's chance, but guess what? Braun Strowman failed because Brock Lesnar dominated him. But was actually one of my favorite matches that night. But Kane, seeing three of those seeing them three go at it was actually good, and it was actually insane. But I kind of losing track on my head there. But I knew it was going to be Brock to take the retain, but definitely seeing announce table shatter that night, Brock Lesnar them three whooping each other's asses that night was great. But but guess what? I know a lot of people on social media want this new talent, all the us, but guess what? You have Brock Lesnar and Kane at that match. Deal with it. Brock Lesnar and Kane have still got in this ring. If Kane was the main event level star on SmackDown, I would not complain.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all I'm gonna tell you is all I'm gonna say is Brock Lesnar was expected to retain, but that was definitely a good match.
Right.
But hopefully Brock Lesnar comes back at the Rumble this year. I wouldn't be mad. I'll be happy if Brock Lesnar comes back at the Rumble this year. He's free agent. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
All right, so Wyatt just went. Okay, so I guess I'll go since I just got
Jason,
back from answering
ahead.
your door. This was not a bad match, actually. I enjoyed every minute of this. It was good.
Yeah.
Even though I was tired of Brock as Universal Champion at that time.
Yeah.
He was a good one.
Yep.
That's on you, Wyatt. Anyways, this is your main event of the evening, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The first ever 30-woman Royal Rumble match for a women's championship match at WrestleMania 34.
Yeah. The first ever women's Royal Rumble.
All right, Asuka won by last eliminating Nikki Bella. Josh.
Yep.
Very. I like the outcome of this match. For someone as great as Asuka, well deserved. I just wish Asuka beat Charlotte Flair at Mania, but that was obviously not going to happen because no one believed that Asuka was good. Asuka on NXT was undefeated. Asuka now on the main roster, she's Asuka 2 belts. She's the current Raw Women's Champion, and she's one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions with the one she faced at WrestleMania 34, Charlotte Flair. Which is kind of, weird to see those two actually as a team now. I felt like Asuka deserved this. It was kind of a major step up in her career. Sadly, she didn't win the title at Mania, but congrats to Asuka for being the first winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match, and there will be many more to come, like this year's Women's Royal Rumble. And yeah, the match was really well. I enjoyed it. We had some surprise entrants like Lita, Molly Holly, Jacqueline, Trish, and a bunch of other legends from the past. So it was great to see a lot of people. And Vicky Guerrero, who's currently in AEW. But
it was very well.
Very well.
Yes, very well.
All right, Josh, pick the next person, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Jason, go ahead.
Oh, you went back to me? Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was a pretty good first ever Royal Rumble match for the ladies, the women.
Yep.
And And they actually killed it out there. Congrats to Asuka. And a bunch of surprise entrances. That's always fun for the Rumble matches as a whole.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'll pick then, since he came back to me. Wyatt.
Oh, you're gonna go with me, so Lucas is gonna go last this time. Okay. But yeah, honestly, I kind of figured Asuka was actually going to win that match because Asuka was on the undefeated streak line. Asuka's awesome until today. Asuka's one of my favorite women wrestlers of all time. I love Asuka. I do miss her green mist gimmick. But that Asuka didn't have that at that time. But I think they weren't gonna end Asuka's undefeated streak by throwing over rope. Like, they wanted to end Asuka's streak by getting pinned or submitted, which I don't blame them. But you did have some pretty good surprise entrants in that match. I mean, the women were coming to the rise. I knew some point they were going to have a women's Royal Rumble match because, the women were getting the first ever Hell in a Cell match, the first ever women's Iron Man match, the first ever women's Elimination Chamber match. The women were going to get the main event WrestleMania. You had all this chances for the woman. The woman deserved their own Royal Rumble match. But it was actually the match actually was decent. It wasn't my favorite, but it was actually pretty decent. But as I'm going to go right now, I'm going to go around the entry order and get this knocked out. Number one is the current SmackDown Women's Champion, a woman I can't stand, Sasha Banks, someone who I'm not going to get into. Number 2, Becky Lynch. Number 3, Sarah Logan. Congratulations to her and Eric. I don't know if they had the baby yet, but if they did, congratulations. You guys are going to be great parents. Number 4, Mandy Rose. Number 5, one of my all-time favorite women wrestlers, Lita. Number 6, gone too soon, Kairi Sane, who's left WWE. Number 7, Tamina. Number 8, Dana Brooke. Number 9, Tori Wilson. Number 10, Sonya Deville. Number 11, my girl Liv Morgan. Number 12, Molly Holly. Number 13, Lana. Number 14, the wife of The Undertaker, Michelle McCool. Number 15, Ruby Riott. Number 16, Vicky Guerrero. Number 17, someone who deserves the SmackDown Women's Championship so badly is Carmella. Number 18, Natalia. Number 19, Kelly. Number 20, Naomi. Number 21, Jacqueline. Number 22, Nia Jax. Number 23, Ember Moon, who's now in NXT. Number 24, the wife of the Rated R superstar Edge, Beth Phoenix. Number 25, the winner, Asuka. Number 26, my favorite women's wrestler of all time, Mickie James. Number 27, Nikki Bella. Number 28, Brie Bella. Number 29, Bayley. And number 30, it's time to rock and roll, Trish Stratus.
All right.
Lucas,
all right, Wyatt.
Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Lucas, you can go, man.
Go ahead, Lucas.
Okay, we got some pretty good surprises. Lita. This is actually my top theme song of all time. You got Trish, my second. Victoria, my third favorite, actually. My third favorite theme song. All things she said. My head. That's actually a good song, actually. You got Mandy, actually was on the rise a little bit. Kairi Sane, actually, when she kind of made her debut, kind of. You got Ember Moon, debut after Shayna Baszler destroyed her arm. And one is Tori Wilson, actually was a good surprise. She looked better than ever, to be honest. You got Wyatt Smith with Morgan before whole Wyatt squad thing. Do not get it off, please. Lana when she was over with Rusev and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle McCool, another good surprise. I actually watched it in 2010 actually with Ryleigh.
There was something I forgot to add. You got to see the debut of someone who needs to get back to WWE soon, Ronda Rousey.
Oh, I was gonna get that.
Oh yes, Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
That got in my head last minute. I heard Ronda Rousey's current contract was supposed to expire this April, but I believe they're going to add another year to it.
And don't give a damn about a bad reputation. She had a good theme song, not gonna lie.
But Lucas, you can get back. Hopefully she gets the belt off Sasha. That'd be the best day of my freaking life. But Lucas, continue.
You know what's funny? Her song was by actually Joan Jett in the Black Cause. Actually, that's actually one of my favorite.
That was a good song.
Actually, back in the day.
Don't give a damn on my bad reputation.
No, we don't get copyright, man. You better stop, man. Anyways, we got Vicky Guerrero, you know, RP too, and he says an Eddie Guerrero. Kelly actually had a crush on back in the day. Jack wasn't actually good surprise actually. Two actually got eliminated pretty early. I think she might be the least one. Well, actually, Vicky was the least time. She didn't last a minute, surprisingly. Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
You have Asuka 25. The Bella Twins came back, which I hate to say, I fucking hate the Bella Twins. I fucking hate them.
I mean, I'm same deal, but I don't hate them. Like, I just sometimes there is a good side of the Bella Twins. Like, I'm more on the bad side of the Bellas than I am with the good. Like, the Bellas pretty much buried the women's division when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
I was looking at this. People talk about the Bellas returning. Do people talk about the Bella Twins returning in that ring? Hell no. Hell no. I want the Bella Twins to continue doing their job outside of wrestling, taking care of their kids, and doing their TV show. I just don't think the Bella Twins should wrestle anymore. Like, I want to see Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke kick ass.
You know, looking at this entries, I would love to see Victoria come back actually in that Rumble. That would be a great surprise right there. But only thing I say, great Rumble. Actually, my favorite Women's Royal Rumble. I think it's one of my favorites. 2019 wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good. 2020 was not actually a bad Rumble for women's and men's.
2020, I was pissed.
I know you were.
Sheena got robbed that night. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah. Also, I forgot what I was gonna say. God, why do I forget things so much?
Yeah, and then Ronda come back and everything like. Oh man, that was a good surprise too when she came from UFC and everything. Like, if you really think about it, Ronda was one of the best ones for UFC. But she got her ass kicked twice by Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm, I believe.
Right.
And seeing her in the WWE ring, I thought at first she was gonna flop and fail. But holy shit, she impressed me at WrestleMania 34.
Hell yeah.
Everybody left and right. And that's a good match with Sasha.
Right.
Rumble 2019.
Rousey.
So, yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah, the belt.
Anything else to say before we get to the rankings?
Yeah, I'm good.
That Ronda debut was unexpected.
Right.
That Rousey debut was unexpected.
Ronda
I love that
Rousey was
moment.
expected to come to WWE. Like, I never thought it was going to happen, but guess what? It happened.
Well,
Ronda Rousey's awesome.
Rankings.
Talk shit to me all you want, but Ronda Rousey is awesome.
Right.
I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It was a good Rumble. Why? What is your ranking?
I think I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with a 9 out of 10.
All right. Josh?
I'm going to go 9 out of 10 as well.
Okay. Lucas? I know Daisy's barking right now.
It wasn't Daisy, it was Buddy.
Oh.
So many rap backgrounds in my side. Sorry about that. My parents are wild sometimes, and my dog is
all right.
being bitches right now. But
all good, Lucas. All good.
But only thing we gotta say, I think I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. If it wasn't for probably the Buddy, shut your ass up. Anyways.
Is that Daisy?
Anyways.
No, it's Buddy.
Buddy, I'm about to whoop your ass right now. Don't mess with me.
Come on,
don't fuck with me.
He has feelings.
Well, his feelings gonna see Jesus, all right? He's gonna see Jesus. Anyways, This is a 9. Like, if it probably wasn't for that tag team match, I would have given it a 10. So, yeah.
All right. Outros
Yep.
time. Wyatt, how about you kick it off, the outros?
Thankfully, I get to go first this time. How you are very nice, Jason.
And very,
But-
very cool.
Yep.
Surprisingly.
But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. We are I'm very excited to be on here with three great people, 3 great friends of mine. Just to let y'all know, it's exciting news here. I'm going to be checking out my wrestling training school, which I'm going to Tuesday. I want to deliver a special shout out to MCW Pro Wrestling for giving me this opportunity. Hopefully I get to build new friendships along with the Crash and Burn crew. And comment below what you all thought of the Royal Rumble match. You can watch this only on the WWE Network, which is $9.99 a month. Hopefully, I'm glad you enjoyed this episode. Definitely go follow everyone on their socials. And stay tuned for tomorrow's episode as we review one of my all-time favorite WrestleManias, is WrestleMania 20. Definitely excited to review another pay-per-view in the Ruthless Aggression era. Definitely stay tuned for more episodes as we will be reviewing our Royal Rumble predictions and our fantasy booking episode. Next week.
The Rumble 2021 predictions. I cannot wait for that episode.
Please stay tuned for next week's episodes. Definitely click the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for 100 subscribers. Hopefully we hit the 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, maybe 1K. Maybe we'll hit 50,000, maybe 1 million. But you never know, because or else if you do not go this right now, I will go through Alex their black store and I will give you a black mask.
Oh, God.
But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for taking a little break. Got to sit down and watch this episode and discuss our opinions. But definitely comment below what y'all thought of the pay-per-view, and definitely check it out only on the WWE Network.
All right, thank you all for watching this episode of the fastest wrestling podcast in professional wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we talked about 2018 Royal Rumble. That was a good show. Anyway, subscribe to this podcast, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast, and also subscribe to the loudest podcast in all music, the Moshcast. We're currently at 41 subscribers, but hopefully sometime this year we will be hitting 100 subs, and that's our main goal for that podcast. But for this podcast, thank you all for 100 subs. Anyway, stay tuned for more predictions, reviews, and interviews, fantasy bookings, and for the Moshcast, stay tuned for more album reviews and occasional band interviews. Anyways, thank you all for supporting two of our lovely podcasts, and that's my outro. Mr. It's Too Good For Me, you go next.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching the fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed us. We went back in time into 2018 to take a look at the Royal Rumble from that year. We hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for 100 subs on the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. It means a lot to us, putting out great content for you guys. So thank you for that. Also, if you are a fan of music, be sure to check out the loudest podcast in all of music, the one and only Moshcast.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely subscribe to the Moshcast. We're currently at 41 subscribers. We are planning to get to 100, like Jason said. So please share on your socials. Tell people to subscribe to the Moshcast.
Spread the word.
I cannot wait. Stay tuned for more album reviews on the Moshcast. Stay tuned for more wrestling episodes on the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Stay tuned for our Rumble predictions, and stay tuned for a bunch of other cool content we have planned for you guys. This is the Assassin signing out, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
So, gang, you guys ready to travel the time machine to 2004 tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. That actually is my birthday,
are ready.
actually.
Go there.
Or in
Actually,
2018, we're going to go to 2004 tomorrow.
That when I was a baby in my mom's tummy.
And that took place here in New York, in MSG.
Yeah, but that's tomorrow's episode. Well, goodbye, Wells Fargo Center.
All right, we're going to MSG tomorrow. Well, Well, I'm going back there tomorrow. I haven't been there since 2018.
All
right, Lucas, end it off.
All right. So I know I was a little bit off today. I'm mentally, I'm just been off for the past couple weeks and everything. You know, I'm just focused on things mentally right now. But I want to do this one for 2018 because this one is special for me. Yeah, I'm still coming back and everything. But yeah, this is a great episode of the podcast. You had some funny moments. You got me being blunt and honest. To be honest, like I'm just that way. That's ain't no gimmick. That's just me. But thank you guys for having me on the podcast. And I'm gonna say this: I'm not officially your daddy.
Okay.
And not in a family way.
Lucas, did you just say you're Hulk Hogan's dad?
Maybe. Maybe Ezekiel Jackson's dad. Who knows?
No, you're not.
Okay. Awkward silence here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna head out right now. So thank you guys for watching this podcast. Yeah, I'm out of here.
All right, keep crashing and burning, and keep on moshing, everybody. Rock on.
Yes, sir.
Be well.
Crash and burn!